Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Unavowed, Blind. There is a demon portal here, but can I go to the room when I killed those people? I guess I can't, so let's check this out.
This is a portal, right? It looks like the one the general popped out of.
Yes, but portals like this take tremendous will and energy to create. If one were to spend a year causing spiritual strife in the city, generating chaotic magical energy in the process...
You mean like our demon just did?
Yes, exactly like our demon just did. This was its plan.
Can we unseal the portal?
No, it is beyond my power.
We're not giving up.
Yeah, we've come this far. We ain't giving up now.
There are bonds of energy holding the portal closed. I can sense them. And the bonds have frayed.
Frayed?
Yes, and quite recently too.
Wait, this is because of us, isn't it? We're fixing all the stuff the demon screwed up. There's less mojo to hold this thing closed?
Indeed.
We're getting closer to the demon this whole time. Keep moving forward. Find more wrongs to right.
Jesus Christ. It sounds so corny when you say it like that.
There were 3 more neighborhoods listed in those notes.
Yeah, Chinatown, Wall Street, and Prospect Park.
Tell me where to go next. No, then we know where to go next.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's get the hell out of here.
I'll take Logan and Mandana.
No, not now. Maybe later.
Eh?
Not you. KK keeps asking to see that movie. Squirrel Team 13, Squirrels in London.
They're still making those? I saw the first with my brother Mitch when I was like 10. We made our dad play the theme song in the car for months.
Great. You had to mention the theme song. Now she's gonna be singing it all day.
Sorry.
Okay, let's go to Brooklyn, I guess.
Yeah, it does kind of look like him.
Pardon?
KK was talking about that skull painted over there. She says it reminds her of a Trollgate boss monster.
It reminds me of the Barbados Undead Uprising in 1834.
I don't want to know, do I?
Most likely not.
Okay, I have to pause for a second. Be right back. A thumb with a face. At least you hope it's a thumb. A worm with shades. Edgy. Flashing walk sign giving crossing directions to an empty street. Directions to a poetry slam. Okay, I have to go everywhere anyway, so it doesn't really matter where I start. Dark pathway under the subway bridge leads to a poetry slam.
So, KK and I went to the North Woods earlier.
Whatever for.
Just to check. We wanted to see if your dad's spirit passed over. We didn't see anything, so I assume he's okay.
Father was a creature of spirit. That was destroyed. There is no spirit to pass over.
Oh. So what happens to djinns like you and him? You know, after?
I do not know. Another mystery to be solved, perhaps. I am in no hurry to do so.
None of us are.
To be honest, I am comforted by the thought of nothingness after death. Like, the concept of afterlife scares me. Even the concept of heaven, as most Christians understand it, is kind of scary to me, because the thought of my consciousness enduring forever with no off switch is terrifying. Like, I spend every waking moment of my life relentlessly overthinking everything. The least the universe can do for me is grant me some peace when I'm dead. A majestic illustration of an angel graces this wall. A sturdy iron drain pipe is bolted tightly to the wall.
I would highly suggest not climbing the drain pipe. Perhaps I could be of use instead?
What does that give me, though? The angel's hand reaches up to the sky. I guess nothing for now.
A bracing climb, but I am unsure of the purpose.
Whispered words escape from the dim interior of this poetry club.
I traveled up the mountain of glass to the man who looks down upon high. But he sent me away, he gave me a pass. So now I drink coffee and sigh. I saw a pink dog by the side of the road. He looked up and gave me a wink. Then I helplessly watched as I saw him explode. I may have been dreaming, I think.
She's lost in her own little world.
The colors. Do you mind? Can't you see I'm... Wait, Mondana? Is that you?
Yes?
Wow, it's been a while, huh?
I am unsure. Do I know you?
Yeah. Don't you remember Havana, 1592?
I must be G-eyed. Calliope?
That's me.
You seem changed.
Yeah, you could say that. I'm gonna sit down. Come join me. We've got like a billion things to catch up on.
That was unexpected.
So, that's one of the muses, I think? The Greek muses? Specifically the muse of poetry, which, to be honest, the poems seem kind of shit. Like, for a muse of poetry. I assume she's not a mundane?
No, she is most definitely not. She is a muse.
A muse? Seriously? Like ancient Greek stuff?
Muses are ancient creatures. They can tap into the creation energy of the universe. Very dangerous when summoned. But Calliope seems different, changed, not quite herself. I am eager to speak with her again.
She sits at the table, sweaty and tired, but absolutely beaming.
I still can't believe it. Of all the times, of all the places. You still with the Unavowed?
Yes, it is good to see you again.
Right back at you. You haven't changed a bit.
That may be, but you have.
Yeah, you could say that. I lost my power.
Really?
Yup. Poof. Gone. I'm not a muse anymore.
How did that happen?
Some guy took it. Hey, you should order a cappuccino. They draw these little heart shapes with the milk. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say, but it shows. It shows that you've lost your power. I'm Matthew, by the way.
Hiya. I'm Calliope. Although I mostly go by Callie these days.
So you and Mandana know each other?
You kidding? Back in Havana, she saved the entire colony.
All I did was cut a painting in half.
Yeah, a cursed painting. One that I inspired the artist to paint.
That was not your fault, Calliope.
Tell that to the soldiers who went insane after looking at it. The creative force is powerful when used by people who don't understand it. I'm glad I'm done with it.
What are you doing here?
It's open mic night. I'm open micing. Been spending all my time taking in the local art scenes. This is my way of giving back.
Giving back?
Giving back to the creative force, trying to balance the scales. I'm not really good at it, but the point is to try. And freeform poetry is fun.
So long.
Bye! Stick around if you want to hear more poems. For some reason, fewer people come here than they used to. So I have the place to myself.
Yeah, that might be because your poems are kinda shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie. A richly upholstered red plush couch, discreetly placed in the corner.
How odd. Calliope seemed so joyful.
Why is that a problem?
It is not a problem. It is merely different. She does not act like the Calliope I knew.
Seems to me that if she was your friend, you'd be happy for her.
Perhaps, but still, it is good to see her again.
Across the street is the entrance to Prospect Park.
Looking good there, Junie.
No, it's not right yet.
Of course it isn't.
Who is painting with chalk in heavy rain? That doesn't seem like a very fruitful kind of activity. To a small banshell nestled slightly inside the park. A young woman watches her child with a smile on her face. The art is very promising, especially considering the age of the artist. A little girl draws with chalk under a sheltering tree.
Hey, nice to see I'm not the only crazy one out here tonight.
Well, we're not crazy, we just like the rain.
That does make you crazy in my book. I'm only out here because the little boss here wants to draw.
I'm Matthew, by the way. This is Mandana and Logan.
Nice to meet you. I'm May Stein.
Why is she drawing in the rain?
Viljun here got inspired. What can I say? I tell her no and she screams all night, so I give her a half hour and we're both happy. Besides, she has a talent. I need to encourage it. Nobody else is gonna.
Couldn't she use pen and paper?
Seriously? That would be like the logical thing. You ever try using logic with a kid? It just makes them dig in their heels even more.
Is that right? I'll have to remember that.
You have kids?
Oh, no. Well, kind of. It's complicated.
Right. None of my business. Sorry.
How long have you been out here?
It's been 2 hours, I think. I'm sure June will get tired any minute.
She's your boss?
She's my daughter. It amounts to the same thing, doesn't it? Sorry, is something funny?
Apologies. I am envisioning my father calling me boss. It is an amusing thought, and I needed the distraction. Thank you.
You're welcome, I guess. See you around. If you guys want to do any more chatting in the rain, feel free.
Hi there, I'm Matthew.
Junie, answer the man.
Hi.
The chalk won't last long in the rain.
I know. That's what makes it good.
I took pictures, don't worry. What?
Nothing. You don't get it. It's okay.
What are you drawing?
I don't know. It's not finished yet.
Well, see you around.
Bye.
I don't feel comfortable lecturing people I don't know about how their family should be run. Let's go here. Oh, a ghost.
You have called and I have answered. But I feel no creative desire within your soul. Inspiration will not help you.
Oh, I have plenty of inspiration to go around.
I don't understand. If inspiration is not what you seek, then why seek me out? Now what do you want?
Something only you can give.
What do you mean? stay back.
Was that? Yes. That was Calliope. It could be no one else.
You think so? The woman in the poetry club sounded, perky.
I am positive. It was Calliope. The way she used to be. You have recovered? Good. Let us move forward.
An imposing steel sculpture. You see a piece of leather caught on the jagged piece of metal. A piece of leather is caught on the jagged piece of metal. Flaps uselessly in the wind.
The leather appears burnt. Quite severely.
But check it out. There's initials on the bottom corner. AF. I wonder who this belonged to.
Well, let's talk to the ghost.
Hey, mister, could we talk to you for a sec?
Hey, it's been a while, hasn't it?
A while.
Oh, wait, no, you're not her.
I'm not?
Jesus, not you.
Oh, you mean KK?
She can talk for herself.
Yeah, believe me, I know.
Ask about the initials AF.
Do the initials AF mean anything to you?
They don't. They were burnt. They're gone.
So you're saying they are your initials?
I'm saying they were burnt.
The piece of leather.
We found this piece of leather on top of that sculpture over there. Does it mean anything to you?
Why would it?
I don't know, actually.
And there you go.
So what are you doing out here?
I'm working.
Working? Like maintenance work or something?
Something like that.
You're not gonna get any more specific than that?
Don't see why.
So what is this thing here?
Thing?
This metal thing. Looks like some kind of modern art?
Sorry, I don't see anything.
It's not exactly hard to miss, man. It's kind of huge, and it's right here.
No, I don't see anything. Sorry.
So who did you mistake KK for?
Huh?
When we first met, you thought KK was her.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, of course you don't. So I'm Logan Brown, and you already met KK. Who are you?
It's not important. Not really.
Of course it's important. It's your name.
No, it's not. The work needs to stand on its own. Attaching a name to it just diminishes it.
You mentioned the work. What work?
The work, the art, the everything. It all has to come out somehow, otherwise you might as well die.
So you're an artist.
Me? I suppose. I want to be. I'm learning every day.
Well, I think that's it for now.
Don't you think it's time we head home, Junebug?
5 more minutes.
Fine. 5 more minutes. Hey,
Did anything happen by the park amphitheater?
it was some kind of performance art, wasn't it? Someone put together an altar in the middle of the night and then lit themselves on fire.
What? Someone lit themselves on fire? You seem rather calm about that.
Well, it wasn't real, was it? I mean, it couldn't have been. They did it in the middle of the night where no one could see it. If you're gonna make a spectacle, you want people to see it. That's what everyone's saying anyway. Someone put it all together as some kind of statement.
What kind of a statement?
You know, before June was born, I might have been able to tell you. But these days, I leave the art critique to the people with more time on their hands.
You're awfully calm about self-immolation. Like, that's one of the most horrible ways to go. And in fact, people have been doing that historically as a statement. You know, in Tibet, for example, there are some very famous photographs of like monks setting themselves on fire. And specifically, I think there's one case where the guy didn't even scream. He just burned himself to death, just sort of, sitting cross-legged in like a zen kind of state. But people have been doing that for like as a political statement.
See you around.
Bye.
So you really never worked with a bestower like me before?
This is true. We decided long ago that the bestower's duty remained with the mundane world.
Mundane? You call what I do mundane?
You deal with death. Death is a natural extension of the mundane world. But circumstances are different now. We welcome your help, Logan.
You hear that, KK? We're welcome.
No need for sarcasm.
Colorful storefronts shine at you from down the block. Roy Bakery. Colorful cartoon characters invite you into the bakery.
Got some wet ones here, Chipman.
Huh? Oh, hey. Welcome and stuff.
Jesus, Chipman. Wasn't for me, you wouldn't sell anything.
The officer is enjoying some quiet respite between shifts. Bring back the memories for sure.
Evening, folks.
You seem to really like those bagels.
Best in the city. Try 'em. Seriously. Chipman's an artist. A real one. Rainbows or no rainbows. Not that anyone would know it. The guy knows nothing about promoting himself.
This place is really colorful.
I know. Chipman's got the art bug. Guess you gotta know your market. The food's still the best, though. Can't argue with quality. I just wish he'd, focus.
Did anyone die by the Prospect Park amphitheater?
Seriously, where have you been? Some idiot set himself on fire, built some weird metal altar to do it on, too. The weird thing? He did it in the middle of the night. No witnesses. Some poor jogger found him the next morning.
You sure it wasn't murder?
Pretty sure. Forensics checked it all out. He set the fire himself. Of course, now it makes the guy some kind of local folk hero.
A folk hero.
Yeah, the folks who live here, they think it's some kind of, artistic statement or whatever. But you ask me, he was just a nut.
How was it an artistic statement?
I don't know. What else could it be? This friggin' neighborhood. Draws them in like flies and honey.
Draws in what?
Artists. They've been coming out of the woodwork, causing all sorts of trouble. Forget the drug dealers. It's the artists you gotta worry about.
Are artists really that bad?
You have no idea. Just last week, in this very spot, I had to drag some guy out in cuffs. It was this writer on his laptop. His battery ran out of juice, so he freaked. Smashed his laptop against the table, then started punching people. I wish I could say it was an isolated incident, but it's been happening all over the neighborhood.
Can you tell me anything else about the man who died in the park?
Sorry, but why are you so interested?
It might be related to a case I'm working on.
Case? You Staten Island, huh? Well, you need to go through official channels if you want more info. Sorry. A beat cop like me could get into trouble if I spilled.
We found this piece of leather on the sculpture.
And?
We thought maybe it would help you with a case.
First of all, it's not my case. And second, I'm not in the habit of accepting evidence from strangers. So, thanks, but no thanks. Stay dry out there.
$5 for a bagel is pretty reasonable for this part of town. Really? That's outrageously expensive from my perspective, but obviously you have to remember that the conversion rate between my currency and the US dollar is shit, so like everything is outrageously expensive for me if I look in prices at prices in US dollars, and conversely everything is very, very cheap if you're an American tourist in Poland. And a small cash register sits on a clean counter. The baker barely registers your presence.
Huh? Oh, hey, you want something? I'm kind of busy.
Are you okay? You look kind of tired.
I'm fine. Why does everybody keep asking me that?
Hey, Chipman, you got paying customers. You want to stay open or what?
Fine. Sorry.
I swear to God, you'd be on the street if it weren't for me.
I get it. Yeesh. Anyway, what can I do for you guys?
I'll take a rainbow bagel.
Sure, here you go. That'll be $5. Just eat it slow, okay? And think about it while you eat it.
Do you know anyone who died in the park?
Someone died? Sorry, I don't know anything about that.
Do you have anything that's not psychedelic?
Nobody gets it. This is just the way it has to be, okay? Take it or leave it.
Are you okay? You look exhausted.
I'm fine. I'm working. What else can a guy want?
You sure?
Why does everyone keep asking me that? I'm fine.
Okay.
Sure. Bye.
Would you like another bagel? No. Well, I'll probably be back.
I have lived here for centuries and learned a great many things. But I will never understand this city's infatuation with bagels.
You ever eat them with chive cream cheese?
I have.
Then you're a lost cause. Sorry.
The psychedelic bureau is so colorful, you're almost going cross-eyed by looking at it. An old man sits under an awning, watching the passerbys.
Good evening to you. You folks seem to be lost. Maybe I can help.
Maybe we could use some help.
I knew it. You're walking the streets in the rain, and yet you stopped to talk to an old man at the side of the road. Nobody with a destination in mind would do that.
That was well deduced.
No, I just read people. It's the old artist in me, I suppose.
Nice to meet you. I'm Matthew, and this is Mandana and Logan.
Pleasure. Welcome to the neighborhood. I'm Stanley Bates.
Do you know what happened by the park amphitheater?
You mean the sculpture that was erected in the middle of the night? Magnificent, isn't it? Art that just appears for seemingly no reason. That kind of thing just doesn't happen anymore. It does this old heart good to see it.
What do you think it means?
I don't know. To tell you the truth, I have not given it much thought. But the energy it brings, the vibrant life, this world can use more of that, let me tell you.
I've heard a lot of artists are moving into the area.
Yes, I've seen it. The neighborhood used to house quite a vibrant community of artists. They're all gone now. They got priced out, or they got kicked out, or they died out. I thought I'd be the only one left. But now, look around. The real heart and soul of Brooklyn is coming back. And it is magnificent.
What kind of artist are you?
Me? Oh, I was a painter. The past tense, I'm afraid. My muse has long since left me. So now I sit here and talk to fine folks like you.
Nasty night to be out.
For you, perhaps. I'm quite cozy here. And you meet the most interesting people in the rain. Folks like yourself, for example.
A man set himself on fire on the park sculpture.
I heard. Fascinating.
Fascinating. A man died.
Well, it is. Why there? Why in the middle of the night? The act of immolation is violent, painful. One doesn't do that to themselves unless they want to make a statement. And yet, it was done in the middle of the night. Nobody could see or hear him. So yes, I'd call that fascinating. What was the man trying to say? We'll never know.
What kind of statement does setting yourself on fire make?
As I said, we'll never know. The man was inspired. We never know where it comes from or why it comes. It just is. And that's all we can say about any artistic act. It just is.
Can you help us find a direction?
I'm just an old artist watching the world go by. I doubt I'd be any help to you. But if you'd like to stop a while and talk, I wouldn't say no.
Okay, see you around. Let's go talk to Calliope.
No, I'm not asking Madonna that.
Pardon?
Nothing. KK just wants to know if you ever met a troll.
A troll? Of course not.
See, KK? No such thing.
On the contrary, trolls only gather in Eastern Europe. They rarely make their way here.
I see.
One fine day. Hey, just a sec. What's up?
Do you know anything about the sculpture in the park?
I saw it. So full of anguish. I could feel the desperation pouring from every rivet and nail.
Anguish?
Yeah, Muse, remember? I can sense these things.
I thought you lost your powers.
So, if you lost the ability to fight, you'd still know how to fight, right?
That is true.
Same with me. I know how art works. I know what feelings went into them. And that sculpture, none of those feelings were nice.
So you can read works of art?
Anything that was created by anybody else. It leaves an imprint. I can still see them.
Someone burned themselves alive by the sculpture.
That's horrible. What is this feeling? Am I sick or sad, depressed? This is new. I don't like feeling like this. Don't ask me about that again.
I think I'm the one who took your power away.
You did? You don't look like the guy I met. He was about your height, had your hair color, and had kind of your build. But nope, definitely wasn't you.
He is wearing a veil, Calliope. If you cannot see past it, then you really are mundane.
Yep, I'm mundane as mud. But if it was really you, then I suppose I have you to thank.
Don't worry, we'll try to get your power back.
For real? You did me a favor. 3,000 years and I never once enjoyed a thing. Not a song, not a poem, not a story, not even food. I can inspire them all, but they did nothing for me. I can't even remember the last time I smiled. I kinda like the feeling. I think I'm gonna do it a lot. So, keep my power. You took it, you keep it. I'm happy where I am.
You really don't want it back?
Nope. Please stop asking that. Bye! Stick around if you want to hear more poems.
Well, I would like to ask you if you can tell me anything about that. Well, probably you can't, given that I can't really...
This is from the park sculpture. I'd recognize that sense of desperation anywhere. Please take it away. I don't like feeling that way. Ooh, was this made by Clay Chipman? I've been meaning to go to his shop. May I? Oh my god, this is so good. Excuse me. That was strange. This bagel wasn't made by Clay Chipman. Not entirely.
Are you positive? We watched him bake it.
No, his hands made it, but the process, it was inspired by me. That's impossible.
Well, by my power, by her power probably. How did you inspire Clay? I thought you lost your power.
I did. And I've never met the guy. But that bagel tasted like my own power. I had it for over 3,000 years. It couldn't be anything else.
So your power now belongs to Clay Chipman?
No. Muses can't create, remember? He was inspired by someone with my power. Oh well, good luck to whoever it is. I don't want it anyway.
So someone else has your power?
Yup, sucks to be them.
Well, it's my demon.
Bye! Stick around if you want to hear more poems.
Probably. Although I'm not sure what he's doing. Baking bagels. Like, what kind of purpose did inspiring that make?
Bestower.
You got any more of those raspberry ones, Chipman?
Sure. Give me a few minutes.
Best donuts in the city, this guy.
What? I mean, what can I do for you?
So what inspired you to make bagels like this?
I don't know, it just came to me. You experience food with more than just taste, you know. It's important to be aware of that.
So it wasn't a person who inspired you?
No. I mean, maybe, who knows? You can get inspired by lots of things subconsciously.
Let me guess. The blue and red lox and chive cream cheese bagel was inspired by me.
Sure, whatever.
Why is it important?
It just is, okay? You don't have to get it, just enjoy it.
Are you sure you're okay?
Why does everyone keep asking me that? I'm fine. Sure, bye.
Evening, folks. Stay dry out there.
You do not imbibe alcohol. Is that correct?
Not for 5 years. And with luck, 1 day more.
I have never gone 5 weeks without imbibing at least once. And I am over 400 years old.
Well, if it's not a problem for you, then it's not a problem for you.
I am impressed, is all. It shows a strength of character not seen often.
I'm not strong. I'm just a drunk.
You just told me you were not.
Doesn't matter if I don't drink. I'm still a drunk.
An interesting distinction.
Yeah, unfortunately that's kind of how it works with alcoholism. Like, you know, once you fall into it, you can't really ever touch alcohol again because you probably won't be able to stop yourself. Like, that's actually fascinating to me, how socially acceptable alcohol is, despite the power of it utterly destroying your life and like the life of your family. You know, people ruin themselves by alcoholism every day, and yet it's widely available and nobody really bats an eye. Whereas drugs, even light drugs such as weed, are very heavily demonized, even though I would say, you know, they are potentially less destructive, or at the very least comparable maybe to, you know, the lighter ones, to the destructive potential of alcohol.
How about I take a picture of this to show your dad?
No, it's not right yet. Just 5 more minutes.
Okay, for real this time. Hey,
Do you know anything about the guy who burned himself?
nobody did, right? It was all staged as some kind of statement. That's what everyone's saying anyway. See you around.
Bye.
If you see a dead dude, I'll talk to him. I'll leave the living to you.
I have nothing to say.
Okay, I'll talk to the ghost next time because this episode has been long enough. So I'm going to save and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.